Now, as you work with your columns and rows, you may notice that perhaps you need to insert another column between certain columns. For example, you may notice that in my case here, between these two columns here, column F and column G of memo and category, I need to have another column here. It's pretty much easy to do that. So to do that, if I want a column to be in between these two columns, I click on the column which is after the area where I want the new column to be. In this case, so I'll right click on G and then come to insert. You right click, I right click, and then I come to G. My version here gives me an option to choose how many columns I want to add. In this case, I just want to put one, so I'll leave it as it is, and then you simply click on insert. And when I do that, you will notice that a new column has been inserted here, and I can resize it to make it bigger if I want it bigger. I can click in here, and then I can choose to, for example, I want to add something new in there. I can enter something new like that. In case you notice that you want to have a new column, you've skipped a column, or as you work on your project, you realize that you need to insert new columns. It's pretty much easy. You simply right click on a column that is after the area where you want your columns to be. In this case, for example, then I can say, okay, I want to have 3 columns there, and I do that, and then the 3 columns will be inserted. So it's pretty much easy. You can do that. And the same applies also, I'm just undoing this, the same also applies to the rows, these rows here. So if I notice that between these 2 rows here, savings and salary, I need to have a new row which is between savings and salary, I'll simply right click on this one here, 13, which is salary, because I want a new row to be on top of salary but after savings. So you right click and then you insert. Then I have this new row right there, which I've highlighted in yellow. So inserting columns is pretty much easy. The same also applies to deleting them. If you realize that you don't need a row or a column, you simply right click on it and then you look for delete, and then I've deleted. There it goes. The same applies to the columns. You simply right click on the column you want to delete, right click and delete. That's how you work with the rows and columns. If you want to delete multiple columns, for example, you click where you want to start deleting from, you highlight up to where you want to end deleting those particular columns. So in this case, I have selected these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 columns, and you right click on any and just say delete. Then all those will have been deleted. The same applies to the rows. I highlight the number of rows I want to delete, right click on any of those that are highlighted and say delete, and there we have it. So in a nutshell, that's how you get to work with columns and rows, as well as entering data in your Excel.